There's nothing better when you're finishing out your day by saying, man, I won big today. I won big. I carried myself with that same company from $1,700 and I won big. Sold it for $250, sold it for $600 million, and then we got out at $1 billion. Come from nothing, man. I only surround myself with extreme value. I cherish my time so much that I know I am vulnerable and I can give it away mistakenly. I can burn time. I am trying to get more time out of my day. I'm literally working to get 1.5 days when you claim you get a day. And the reason I mentioned that to you was your day filled with that absolute obsession of getting everything out of your day to maximize your minutes, to make sure you're investing them of what matters the most. When you're a GOAT, there's something that comes out of you. You have the Michael Jordans, you have all these examples. They're just something that is built within them, and all of us have it. I was not the person you see today, so I do believe change is possible. But unless you are gonna be obsessed, I'm not here to lie to you. Do not make the mistake of just thinking you're winning when you're comparing yourself to other average people. I am talking about from the first time you get up. I am 56 years old. I have every reason to sleep in late. Why don't I? I have built a habit. It's ingrained in my DNA. It's who Bobby is. It's what I represent. This is what my children see. This is what my grandchildren see. All day, every day, unless you're able to break those easy patterns. And we're not talking about investing. We're not talking about the business. We're not talking about all the heartburn that we all talk about. What about 8, 9 hours of things that you're not doing that you could be doing? You are half my age. You want what I have. I am here to tell you as a big brother, you're not gonna get it. You have to become obsessed. Nothing else matters. What matters the most to you? I am here to set an example for you. I chose to do this out of character. I don't have 300 people on here and I'm doing it for the economics. If you see me all day, every day, even when I see you in the Keys, you see me running. You see me exercising. I do this when you're not watching. How can you turn it on? What can you do different? And it starts from waking the freak up at 5 in the morning. We are going in 2024 in headwinds. The wealthy will continue getting wealthy. The sharp will continue to get sharper. They actually see opportunities. They are ready. They are so ready. Can you imagine competing against me? You're gonna have to shoot me and you better kill me. See that? You see this? This is not a show. This is something you need to initiate in your life. You gotta find that spark. And for me, guys, it was taking care of myself. I chased the money. I got myself in trouble. I got my marriage. It was a disaster. Not one time, many times. My whole life was a freaking disaster until I paid attention to this human being here. Because I don't lie. I know if I'm giving it 200%. You have to feel good about yourself, what you put in your day. If you go to sleep and you put that head on your pillow and you can't say, man, I'm proud of myself, that is an addiction that just builds. Just like someone that's on narcotics. It's a doctor feel good. This mind that we have is very freaking powerful. But guess what? We all want to follow somebody else. It makes no sense, dude. You have things I will never have. I just see it, you don't see it because you don't believe it. I'm giving you tough love here, guys, because I'm telling you, man, I truly feel like I'm dominating. I feel like sometimes I'm lapping people. I see people just relax, cruising with the same old story, the same old circumstances, the same old over and over and over. And I see their net worth just not popping up. It's just wobbling around. They're not, pivoting. It starts with us. This habit we have with our day. And that's why people, I think, have a hard time actually jolting forward because they're used to the same, what people call routine. It's the same routine expecting a different outcome. The same speed, everything with me, it's urgent, massive action because I have clarity. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what matters. The decisions are so precise. There's not even a question in my mind. You clearly see things that you should be saying yes to and more so things you should be saying no to. And you get more out of it, guys. You get more out of it. Each and every one of you, man, you should be dominating. I mean, me just an outside lens looking in you guys are so awesome. You have energy to attract opportunity, people. You have everything. The only thing that's missing is to find something to light the friggin' fire. So when people work out, I go to the extreme because we can cheat ourselves by working out. That means we check mark. I did a workout, got the workout in, check mark, had my coffee, check mark, woke up at 5 a.m., check mark. But really, what passion went into that? So when you work out, you walk out crawling out, or do you walk out the same way you walked in? Because that's a whole different workout. I always measure myself that I put massive effort, very powerful effort, to the point where the week that I don't want in my life fade away. It's so much. I have nephews and nieces. I have a truck's load of nephew and nieces. My father had 15 kids. That's just on my side. Majority of them, my own family, haven't even read my book, but they expect a check. They expect a little help me out, Bobby, but they haven't read my book. Do you see why? Because we're so close that they think there's still a little trickaroo. He got lucky. They're still suspicious. No different than all of us. My own family, 90% of them have not read my book, but they come to these parties, and like I will see them at the holiday parties, and they will ask me advice. I've heard it years and years, and it's in my book. Have you read my book, nephew? No. The point I'm making, how bad do you really want it? I know they want it bad, but they're so ingrained with the same routine. They can't get out of it. And the only way to get out of it is to reset. Massive change in your life, massive change. It's the only way to reset your routine, the only way to reset that mindset. And you know what I'm saying to be true, but yet it's so hard to actually do it. Isn't that crazy? It's unexplainable. So massive resets. If you want to see massive, crazy change, radical change, the workout has to be a whole different workout. The way you wake up has to be different. The way you communicate, as I'm communicating, it has to be different. You have to give it energy so it can grow, man. You're not good. You could be so much better. I am talking about annihilation, domination in your day in a good way. A friend of mine, Andy Frisella, he's a prime example. Extremely financially free, but he dominates his day. He wants his marriage to be spectacular. He uses words of 200%, not 100%. He never says, I'm good. This becomes a pattern. You think you're doing good, and that's great. I am talking about a whole different level of greatness. Your financial picture will immediately change when everything else changes to dominate your day. You don't want to be like 99% of people. They're average. That's why some people are obsessed and some people are not. You want to really start tricking your mind again. I keep talking about that. It's what we put in our mind. You hear our brother telling us, I'm fine. 100%, 4 days a week, I'm fine, everything's good. That's totally average. You're better than this. You just gave a testimonial that I don't think my business will ever be, boom, it'll ever blow up. That's what you just said. This is what your mindset is. And you are so freaking wrong. You are so wrong. I know people in the stone and marble business that are so financially free that it's ridiculous. But yet you just told me, I don't know, Bobby, my business will ever be big. That's what you said. I don't even know if you realize it, but that's what you told us. Did you realize that? Did I hear that right, guys? They all agree. This is what you're saying, and you're actually believing it. Look at this video again, especially you. Look what you're saying and how you're saying it. I promise you, man. And you know what, dude? You got God on your side. You got everything going for you, man. God is not average. God is great. The energy, the discipline, the consistency you see in one attracts people, quality people, to come. So a lot of us are looking for investors, looking for partners. They want to see a leader completely obsess about building and creating something. They just get attracted to it. Money goes towards it. Customers go towards it. We convince ourselves, we talk to ourselves, well, hopefully it's gonna work out. You see the energy he's given and the words he's using, guys? When you're talking to yourself, remember what you're saying. You hear his words, but hopefully it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Success, to get there, it's a process. You fall in love with the process, and what happens is a lot of people fade out of your life. You start dealing with yourself. I talk a lot about it in my book. That's why self-communication is so powerful for the negative and obviously for the positive. How we communicate and what comes out of our mouths, we actually believe it, we behave it, we're about it. Self-talk is really vital. This mind we have is awesome, but it's powerful. You gotta control it. It goes everywhere. Like I mentioned, guys, we go through 70,000 thoughts a day, besides all the headwinds that we face with people, social media, customers, family, so much inbound, so critical. This mind is amazing what we have, guys. I only got to the 9th grade. I sharpened my mind because I became obsessed with it. I understood this dynamic thing I have in my head, but it's focus, but it's clarity. And then you focus on what matters the most. My family, my mission. I am obsessed about legacy. The odds are against me to leave this legacy for my family. I just told you what happened with my nieces and nephews. I can't even get through them. I know the odds are against me, but I'm ready and I'm gonna win that fight. But I don't fool myself. It's gonna be hard. The hard becomes really stimulated for me. I love creating something. We live in this little bubble, but your job is to look outside this bubble because that's where the opportunity is.